God bless you, everybody. Not going to be before you long. So, I had this dream, and it was pretty explicit in the dream. Um, Not like parental advisory explicit, but meaning it was just kind of plain and set out there. But unfortunately, because of the days and the times that we live in, I have to tell the dream in code, and you need to read in between the lines to figure out what I'm saying. I'm not going to make it so difficult, but like I'm not going to say brand names and stuff like that. So, um, in the dream, I had um, just received a medical intervention, but the dream starts with me like just questioning, like, wait, did I just did I just get this medical intervention? And when I all this whole entire time, I had not got the medical intervention or for the medical intervention for prevention. Like I had not gotten it all this time. And then all of a sudden it was like it was such confusion in my mind, like, wait, I just go in the doctor's office and get this? I was like, I can't believe I got this. I said, did they even ask me? It all happened so quick. And I just remember feeling like, well, there's no way they can get it out. Once it's not like, you take a pill, like once you get it, it's in it, like it's in there. Like there's no way to get it out. And I was feeling like I started going into like hopelessness. But then there was a little hope because I was like, you know what? I could go to God and I can ask him, what do I need to do in order to detox? In order to detox my system. And so there was a little hope there, but an immense amount of frustration because I knew that this medical intervention was not for me. And I knew it wasn't for me. And I didn't know how I ended up in the doctor's office and actually got it done. And it was like whatever was going on, it was such a rush to get it done. Like it was no option. It was just like it happened so fast. And the next thing I knew, I had this medical intervention. So I went back to the doctor's office because I'm like, well, wait, at least I need to know which one of the three brands I took. And so I go back to the doctor's office and I'm like, well, are they even going to tell me? I said, I heard that sometimes when you get this medical intervention, they don't even tell you. They just give it to you and it's like, see you bye. We don't tell you which one you got. So I was like, whoa, all this is going on in my mind in the dream. And I can't understate or overstate how the confusion, there was so much confusion in my mind. Like, I can't believe I did this, or did I really do it? Like, what? So I went back into the doctor's office hoping that they would tell me which brand I took. And they told me, like, the actual name of the brand was said in the dream. And the only thing that I'm going to say is just drop a clue. It is the one that has death in its name. So that's going to cause you a little bit of investigation, but the one that has death in its name, that's a whole video in itself. Like, I'm going to get this medical intervention and it has death in its name. So anyway, so they said the name and I was like, but isn't that the one that's known to cause all the neurological issues? And I was just like, oh God, oh God. And then I woke up in real life. And it was so real to me. It was like, I literally was like, oh, let me check my arm and see if I got a Band-Aid on it. Like, it was literally like, it was that real to me. And it was a relief that there wasn't no Band-Aid there when I woke up. So there's a couple things here that the Lord is saying. So from what I'm getting from the dream is that you know how over the past few months this immense push to get this medical Sorry, I got interrupted. The recording stops because someone had called me. But I was saying that, over the past couple of months, the immense push for this medical intervention has pretty much come to a standstill. I mean, it's still out there, but it's not like that big. Like nobody's really like pushing it. And but what I'm getting from this dream is that it's going to reemerge. It's going to start up again. That there's going to be a push to go ahead and get the medical intervention. And I don't know if it's going to be on a global, if it's going to be a global thing, national, or just God is speaking to a select few. I don't know. But there's going to be a reemergence of a push to get this intervention, medical intervention. And God is saying that to stay strong, to stay strong and to stay planted in what he's told you to do. Now, everybody's different. So for some people, everybody's body is different. For some people, God might have said something different to you. That's fine. But, for you, for your body or whatever, for what you got going on, it might be something that is best. But I'm just speaking to the people who have heard from God and God has told them the medical intervention is not for them. And God is saying, you stay strong this long. Don't back down now. And so that's what he's saying there. But the other thing is that for the folks who have felt like maybe they made a mistake and they're feeling hopeless, God is a God of hope. And I'm just so grateful and thankful that we serve a God that, when it just seemed like all is lost, he always brings hope. He never leaves you like on a note where it's like, up, too bad, so sad. That's on you. He never leaves you alone. He always give you a way out or shows you how to make things better. And so what I was getting out of the dream was that there are some people out there who feel like I done got the medical intervention. I'm done. Like, what can I do? And just like in the dream, there's detox. You can go online, find all different types of things. But what I believe God is saying is that since we're all individuals, we all are different. We all got different things going on with our bodies. I believe God is saying to go to him and he can write you a prescription on what you need to do specifically for your body type in order to detox. It's not a hopeless situation. So, that's that with that. And then the other thing, lastly, I just want to mention that, I'm saying lastly, I think it's probably last thing I want to say. But lastly, like I said in the dream, there's going to be a push, but there's one of the three brands that is going to come to the forefront. Now, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to be like globally, nationally, or whatever, but there's one that's just going to like, I don't know if it's going to be the only one or it's just going to be the so-called top rated one. I don't know. But in the dream, it was like they kind of took over. So, and I'm saying one of the three because in where I live in my country, there's the three that we pick from. And even in the dream, I didn't mention this, but even in the dream, I was like, well, man, I mean, at least I was going to do this. At least I could got the conventional one, that the one that, that is not like the new type. So, but yeah, that's what was said in the dream. So also, when you think about the sign, I don't know if it's the sign for pharmacy or if it's the sign for doctors or both, but when you think about that sign with the pole with a snake around it, that always evokes for me a kind of like a feeling of disgust. And I know that, that's the sign, but it always makes me think about Nahustan, which is that bronze thing that was in the Bible. That's what it was called, Nahustan, the bronze thing. Basically, the people of God were being bitten by snakes, and they were dying. And God had told Moses, to put this snake up on a pole, and when they see it, the people would be healed. And I'm paraphrasing. I don't know if he put an actual snake up there or he made a bronze one or whatever. But I know by the time Moses was all dead and gone, years later, they were still worshiping Nahustan, the bronze thing, the bronze snake and on a pole. They were still worshiping that thing, which God had never intended it to be worshipped. And I think it's fitting because who knows you better than God? Who knows your body better than God? Nobody. But yet we sit here and we worship the pharmaceutical companies. We worship the doctors. Now, don't get me wrong. I thank God for doctors. I do. But why are we worshiping them like for the answer? God is the one that brings the answer. And so I really feel that in my spirit. So go to God. Even back to the detox thing. Go to God about it. Don't feel like it's too late now. I done, like in a dream, I was like, man, I did. But even in the dream, I was like, well, you know what? I'm mad about that I did this. I regret that I did this, but I could always go to God. So that's the one thing that I hold on to in anything in my life. No matter what's going on, that's what I hold on to. The fact that no matter what I done did, what done went wrong, I always can go to God. He's always there. I don't know how these other people is making it. I don't know how they doing it. And they might look like they got it all together, but I don't know how they do it without God, without having Him to fall on, having Him to like, oh God, this done happened, or oh God, like, whatever. Just to have Him there. He's the one assurance in life. And I just thank God for God. I just thank God for being God. He's a God of hope. He's not a God of hopelessness. And so whenever you hear something speaking to you and it's talking about, well, there ain't no hope, that's not God. That's the enemy. God always going to give you hope. That's how you can tell the difference between the two voices. You hear a voice saying, well, that ain't work out. I guess that's the end of you. You hear something like that, run. That's not God. That is not God. So, all right, guys, I kind of rambled on a little bit more than what I needed to, but I'm just going to, again, ask to like, share, and subscribe. I don't know how long this video is going to last. I don't know, but it'll last long enough for God's purposes. So, God bless you. I love you. Take care until we meet again.